In this video, Tech Timmy has a real treat for you. He will be unboxing the Amazon Echo Studio. Not me. The white one to my left.
Why, thank you, Alexa, for that lovely introduction. Hey guys, Tech Timmy here. So in this video, I am going to be unboxing my second Echo Studio. And this one, I chose the white one. And if you follow my channel, you may have noted that I'm actually going through and changing my Echo devices in my living room to have sort of an all white / light colored theme. So I'm super excited to get this out of the box. In my previous unboxing video of the Echo Studio, I was brand new to it, so I knew very little. With this video, I'm hoping that I can share a little bit more of my experience, which has been nothing short of awesome. This is my favorite of the Echo devices, no question. This guy has been a staple. Will continue to be a staple in my bedroom as part of my multi-room music configuration. The sound is just amazing. I basically have this hooked up with an Echo Sub, an Echo Dot, and an Echo Show in the bedroom, and all together, it's just like music to my ears. It's like a symphony. And I said, I've been sort of nickel and diming my configuration in the living room, and I said, nope, it's time to upgrade. Let's go with the best of the best. I just did an unboxing video of the Echo Plus, also in white, and I haven't really had a chance to fully test that out, but I will, and I will do a review on that. And I said it's time to also upgrade to a studio in the living room, and I plan to add a sub as well. There is no white version of the subwoofer as of yet, at least I don't think, but this Echo Studio in white, I absolutely love the idea of it, and I'm hoping I can share a little bit more, as I said in this video, in terms of just the overall specs and experience and so forth. So the box is standard Amazon packaging. I like this little cardboard ring that makes it easier to get it out of the outer box. And one of my favorite features about Amazon packaging they actually have here as well. Inside the box, we'll get to that in a minute. But I just wanted to review the specs real quick. So, and I printed off, Amazon has a schematic diagram of the studio, so I thought it would be helpful to print that off, and we can just sort of kind of just review this side by side. So there's 3 2-inch mid-range speakers. So that's these guys. One here, one upward firing speaker, and then one left, one upward firing, and then on the right. There's also a 1-inch tweeter, so that's that guy right there. So that's more of the highs. The tweeter's for the highs, this is for the mid-range, and then where the magic really happens with this device, I think, is in the 5 1/4-inch woofer that's downward firing, that gives this more bass than any of the other Echo devices. I don't even think anything comes close. I do like the Echo Show for overall sound quality, but I like it when you pair a Show with this speaker. And also, I have the sub as well, which even ups the bass game a little bit more. So that's basically what the speaker looks like on the inside, which I think the design is just brilliant. Dolby Atmos is supported here. Amazon calls it, I think maybe they call it spatial audio or 3D audio or something like that. But that's basically Dolby's version of audio is inside this device, which is cool. There's an optical line in, so if you want to connect it up to another Echo Studio, potentially use it as part of your home theater. It does have Bluetooth capability, which I don't really use for this device, but you can pair it with let's see. Yeah, you can pair it up with an Echo Sub. I have my Echo Sub actually paired with my Echo Show, so I'm not using it for mine, but the capabilities there. The Zigbee Smart Home Hub is built into this device, as it should be, because it's a premium device. The voice control is actually pretty solid on this. With all of my devices, I sometimes notice that I have to repeat myself. This is one of the better ones, and I think it's because it has 4 microphones on top, which we'll look at in a second. And then the microphone on-off button is basically, that's the mute capability for, if you're concerned about privacy and that sort of thing, you can actually turn it off. So that's pretty much the excitement with the box. I have my Epic unboxing knife out here, and I know that others have said, with Amazon's frustration-free packaging, I just don't like to have to peel anything, so I usually just whip out the unboxing knife here, but it should be easy enough to peel that up. But for dramatic effect, let's stick with the old unboxing knife here. And I'm just gonna set this aside, get it out of the way, and we will take Echo Studio out of the box. But like I said, so this is actually sort of an unboxing and review combo. And then there's that feature that I love about what Amazon chose to do with the packaging. So it's just sort of this nice felt bag on the inside that you can use just to sort of, I'm just gonna tip it over a second, but that way, and then you can just ever so gently pull it out, and it just slides out perfectly. I'm gonna set that right there for a second. And oh yeah, and you can keep the little felt bag. Oh, you're not seeing it, hold on. You can keep the little felt bag after with the logo on it. I actually have mine hanging on my closet door here, and I put miscellaneous things in there as just a little tote bag. But kind of cool that they give you the bag as well. I don't know if I'd take it to the beach necessarily. Nerd alert. Well, maybe I might, I don't know. And then documentation for this guy is standard documentation. I believe this is, let's see, this is safety information, right? And we'll just set that aside for a second. And then we have our standard Amazon document where basically talks about the different features of the device and so forth, and helps you get started with setup and all that good stuff. It does not have, I noticed in the newer devices, they're now shipping with a nice little diagram that explains what each one of the light rings do. I think I'm actually going to create a separate video on my YouTube channel for that. So if you are interested in learning more about what all the various light rings are, please subscribe and tick the bell so you're notified when I release the video. Shameless plug there. Speaking of which, right on cue. So here is the power adapter for this device. It's got the sort of the two-prong attachment that goes in the back of the Echo Studio. And yeah, and so ample cord for my needs. I actually have, my gray one is beside my bed. This one is going to go prominently on, I think, on one of my shelves here in the living room. And yeah, I'm stoked to get this out and get sort of the same quality of sound. And that's essentially it for the box. We'll take that out of the way. But I'm stoked to get this out my living room and get the same quality of sound that I have in the bedroom, out in my living room as well. So no more playing around here, Tech Timmy. Yeah, we have to walk the talk, right? And absolutely love the white color. It's just to show you side by side. You can actually see the other one. I guess it's in frame. And I have that. The reason the red ring is lit up is that I have that on mute. In fact, that's kind of distracting. So I'm gonna unplug that guy for now because we don't need to talk to her right now. So just to kind of show you side by side, we have the gray. I believe is it charcoal gray? I think I'm saying that wrong. And then the white as well. So very sort of different looking, but it's going to depend on your home decor and your preferences and all that good stuff. Like I said, I like the idea of going with a white theme in the living room and then the charcoal theme in the bedroom, just to kind of sort of give it the living room just a little bit more of a level of elegance with the white. So just to go through the device itself real quick. So the reason why I think this device picks up better than some of the others is because it has more microphones on the top than, say, the Echo Dot. So each one of these little holes here is a microphone. So by microphone, I mean microphone for listening. So these are the mics that Alexa uses to help you listen. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So this is on par with the Echo Plus. So the premium devices essentially have more microphones than some of the others. And I just think it just helps Alexa hear you better. In terms of and just so I have this, make sure I'm using Amazon's nomenclature. So the light ring on this device is here. So right around the perimeter of the upward firing speaker, which is cool. Also a little bit different than some of the other devices, gives it that extra level of sophistication. This guy here is the action button, which can be used for setup and can also be used if you don't want, for whatever reason, you don't want to say the wake word. So there's that. And then volume up, volume down, of course. And then that's the mute button. So if you are concerned about privacy and so forth, you can just kind of mute it out. But so that's what this guy looks like out of the box. And then in terms of, again, in terms of the schematic diagram, right? So we have that upward firing speaker here, downward firing speaker right around there, and then 1, 2, 3 speakers as well, just giving this an overall, just sort of a premium sound. I would say comparable to some Bose speakers that I've owned in the past. I'm switching over from other brands. I do have a Bose speaker that works with you-know-who, ALEXA, but I'm trying to switch over to all sort of just get everything consistent on the Amazon ecosystem here. And quite frankly, it meets my needs perfectly. And I love my multi-room music. It does flake out from time to time, and I have another video on my channel that helps you troubleshoot and resolve issues with multi-room music. So again, if you're interested in sort of how-tos and helpful things, troubleshooting and so forth that have to do with AXA devices, subscribe to the channel. I do think you will get some benefit. And then in terms of what's here, so here is that, I believe that's a micro USB port. I'm not actually really sure why they put that there. Might have to do with firmware upgrades, perhaps. If I can find out some more info, I'll leave it down in the description. And then here is where the power gets connected, obviously, right? Nice firm connection there. And then that's the 3.5 millimeter out if you want to connect up to an external speaker, say, or you want to pair two of these together and have a hardwired connection as opposed to Bluetooth. That will allow you to do it. But for my purposes, I just have everything connected over my Wi-Fi. I do pair my Echo Show with an Echo Sub. I also have a video on the channel where I unbox the Echo Sub and so forth, but this is just, honestly, I think this is probably the most beautiful of all of the ALEXA speakers that I own, and I do own, I think, probably a dozen of them at this point. So anyhow, so that's the unboxing of the Amazon Echo Studio with an early on assist from you-know-who, ALEXA. So thank you again, ALEXA, for doing that. And speaking of this, if you liked the video and you found this helpful, if you just wouldn't mind giving me a quick thumbs up, helps out the channel a lot. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you greatly. I appreciate every one of you who watches this channel. Wouldn't be here without you. And please subscribe and follow for more on everything ALEXA. I do lots of videos about tech, smart home, and also the Amazon ecosystem. So hope this helped. Hope to see you in the next video. And Tech Timmy signing off for now. I'm going to go plug in my Echo Studio and set it up as part of my multi-room music configuration. And the last thing I'll say is that more to come on this. I will do some additional review videos, follow-up videos, multi-room music, all that good stuff. So subscribe. Cheers. See you in the next one.